What is going on? But once again, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters, this is the one, the only, of course, Mr. Nintendo 73 2011, aka Crimson Guy 2009. Of course, you guys are wrestling just channel before it begins. Check out freenote.com. And of course, trouble.reviews.net. If any people want a special channel, banner, design, or picture specifically made just for you guys, I'll put links to all their social media networking accounts, of course, down below. And as always, definitely check out their business partner program. Best partnership ever, all the good stuff. And yeah, so today I'm going to be reacting to, once again, True Green 7's videos. I reacted to one of his videos about a couple weeks ago. It was a while back. I don't remember when it was, but it was like late September, early October. It was a little while ago. So, it was another one I'm going to react to. I'm probably going to save it for later, from Birdkeeper Toby, and some of you guys might recognize who that is. Other you guys may not, and that's totally cool with me. That's all good under the hood. I know he's a UK British YouTuber. He's really, really cool, but he's a PokeTuber too. So he does a lot of little analysis and background checks and research and development stuff about Pokemon. He does a couple of these fan theories. I think the biggest one he probably did was with Game Boy Luke, and he's a pretty big deal. I mean, I know he's did big giant collaborations. Not him, but Game Boy Luke. He's done a couple big collaborations with obviously Cuddle Death and that little piece of shit that I don't care about, Nappy. And a whole bunch of other people and all those guys. So, yeah. Links to the description box down below and on the side if you want to see it with me on your own time. And yeah, without further ado, let's get in 3, 2, 1. True Green 7. And he actually talked to me for a little bit too, which was awesome. Even on Skype. And that was pretty damn fucking huge. I rarely ever use Skype, but had a real cool, interesting conversation. I mean, plus he lives in New York, like where I used to live. So that's even cooler thing we have in common. So, yeah. So it's called 15 More Pokemon Misconceptions. So let's get in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's do this shit. And let's get into it right away. Let's do it.
Hey guys, True Green 7 here. And a while back, I presented to you 15 Pokemon misconceptions. Like how Zigzagoon is always mistaken for a raccoon when it isn't, and much more false information that fans believe. So here are 15 more Pokemon misconceptions.
I had to show
now,
the
if you're a die-hard Pokemon fan, then I don't really expect you to fall for some of these mistakes. But it's always good to know that these misconceptions exist, so you can correct anyone who believes in them. Now let's get started with misconception number 1. The Ultra Ball has a U on it. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that U is actually an H. But what does that H stand for? Hell? Is Pokemon actually a plot by the devil to control our generation of youths? Well, maybe, I don't know. But the H actually stands for Hyper, because in Japan, this is called the Hyper Ball. But True Green 7, why did you do this to me? U is my favorite color. I mean, letter. Well, too bad.
Oh my god.
Misconception number 2.
I love
the identity of pseudo-legendary Pokemon. It's a common misconception that Lucario, Volcarona, Slacking, Flygon, and Haxorus are pseudo-legendary Pokemon, but they simply aren't. All pseudo-legendary Pokemon must have a base stat total of 600 and a 3-stage evolution line. So these Pokemon don't cut it. Only Dragonite, Tyranitar, Metagross, Salamence, Garchomp, Hydreigon, and Goodra are official pseudo-legendary Pokemon, as they share the same power as most mythical pocket monsters. Slacking actually has a higher base stat total than these Pokemon, and is mistaken for a pseudo-legendary because he's as strong as actual legendaries. Lucario and Volcarona are mistaken to be in the group because there are legends surrounding the two, and Haxorus and Flygon are probably mistaken for pseudo-legendaries because they're dragons. That's pretty racist. Just because he's a dragon doesn't mean he's good at sports. God. Misconception number 3. Midiana is a dog and Luxray is a lion. Okay, we know by now that Pokemon can have multiple origins and inspirations for their designs. Luxray has a mane like a lion does, and Midiana can be domesticated like 99.9% of dogs. But that doesn't rule out their true origins. Midiana is mostly based on striped hyenas, and Luciana's face mimics the dark faces of young hyenas. Luxray is based on lynxes in reference to their glowing eyes and the myth that they have X-ray vision. Luxray is even called the Gleam Eyes Pokemon. If that doesn't confirm my reasoning, then I don't know what does. Misconception number 4. Sucker Punch is a punching move. Now you're definitely confused and are probably thinking,
Ghastly's able to learn that for some weird-ass reason.
Does that mean that if I punch some random man in the middle of the street, I can really punch him?
I remember I saw that video before.
But in terms of this video, what I'm trying to say is that in Japan, Sucker Punch is actually called Surprise Attack. And although a Sucker Punch is literally a surprise attack, this name change does contribute to the fact that some Pokemon without hands can learn the move, and that the ability Iron Fist doesn't increase the base power of this move. You're welcome. Misconception number 5.
Is that a shiny
Vanilla was created by an American. So people like to blame this monstrosity on America.
Actually, it was Golurk and Golurk. They were the ones that were
would fit. The background
actually
for this
created by
misconception
an
is that
American
James
dude.
Turner is the first Westerner to have designed a Pokemon. That being the Vanillix family, the Mandibuzz line, Golurk line, and in Generation 6, the Trevenant line. But guess what?
Trevenant.
He's British. Blame it on the Brits. It's not a bad thing, though, because Golurk and Trevenant are amazing.
Well, I didn't know that part.
Vanillite is so cute. Misconception number 6. This is Satoshi Tajiri. Good old Satoshi. He's known for creating video game classics that you may be familiar with,
obviously,
like freaking Pokemon.
The
but
whole
there's just one
series,
little problem.
obviously.
That's not Satoshi
It always
Tajiri.
reminds me of Jackie Chan a little bit. I don't know why.
The president and CEO of the Pokemon Company. This is Mr. Tajiri, the creator of Pokemon.
Oh,
Many
really?
YouTubers and even PokeTubers seem to use
I
a
did
picture
not
of
even
Ishihara
know
when
that.
referring to the creator of Pokemon. So don't
Wow.
fall for this blatant lie. Misconception number 7.
That wasn't him the whole time? Holy shit!
Attacks.
Mine was fucking exploding right there.
No.
I did not even see that coming.
By now, but most children think that this is the case. Some may go as far as to think that electric is weak to rock. Now, this misconception dates all the way back to the first generation, in which all the common rock types were also ground types, and therefore immune to electricity.
Shout out
this
to you,
sparked the belief that rock types were also immune to electricity. Misconception number 8. Pokemon currency is based on American dollars. You hear it all the time on the internet, that it makes no sense how fresh water and Pokeballs cost 200 Pokedollars. Well, in Japan, the Pokemon currency is just yen, and therefore these items only cost a little over 150 in US dollars, which is actually a very fair price. Some water bottles cost $2. Misconception number 9.
Yep.
Misconceptions about types. Tell me, what type is Golduck?
That would actually suck
Water
ass was $200
Wrong!
for fucking
Sorry,
water
that was a
bottle
little
like
bit
this. That
harsh.
would suck
He's actually a pure water type, regardless of his psychic ability. Other Pokemon that I personally mistyped as a child were Braylee. I thought he was Ice and Dark when he was just an Ice type. I thought Luxray was Dark Electric, but he's just pure electric. Drapion is actually not a bug type, he is Poison Dark. And Dragalge is a Poison Dragon type, not a water type Pokemon. Misconception number 10.
That was actually
Primal
one of my favorites
Dialga
in
is a
Mex and
primal
Y series,
version of Dialga. So in the second
Dragalge.
Mystery Dungeon games, the final fight
beat
to
that whole
finish
game,
is
by the
with a
way, Super
Pokemon
Mystery
called
Dungeon.
Primal Dialga.
Fucking
Primal
bitch to
Dialga
me.
has lost
And
its
it took
ability
like 2
to
years
control
for me to
time
beat.
and has gone mad. But this form of Dialga isn't a de-evolution to its primal state, just like Groudon and Kyogre in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Nope, because once again in Japan it's called Dark Dialga, which is weird because this version of Dialga is a little bit brighter, what with the orange and all. Misconception number 11. The legendary beasts are legendary dogs. While both of them are fan terms, calling them the legendary beasts would be more appropriate because these Pokemon are certainly not dogs. If anything, they're the legendary cats. But that sounds dumb. While physically Raikou is based on a tiger and Entei looks like a lion, Suicune is more ambiguous, with the body of a leopard or cheetah. But it is important to note that all three are based on mythological creatures and not dogs. Misconception number 12.
Always my favorite,
the
by the way.
Pokemon protagonists are 10.
Now.
Everybody thinks that the trainer you play as is 10. This
for.
misconception stems from the fact that Ash is 10.
It took
and
me about
in the
8 months to
anime,
get all
that
three
is
of them
the
as
age at
shinies
which
in one
you can
entry.
receive
It
your
was
starter
fucking
Pokemon.
bitch to like
But in the
be patient
games,
without.
that rule is nowhere to be found. Red is 11, 14 when you meet him on Mount Silver, and is above 16 when he shows up in Black and White 2. Presumably, Leaf is the same age. The age of
I don't know why he
Chris
didn't
and
like
Ethan isn't
count
confirmed. May and
origins,
Brendan
Pokemon
are at
origins
least 12,
come in there.
and judging by
why,
their heights,
whatever.
Lucas and Dawn are between 11 and 12. Hilda and Hilbert were confirmed to be teenagers
18.
of at least 14, and were planned to be as old as 16 during development. The age of Nate and Rosa are not
18,
confirmed, but judging from their proportions and body type, they have to be teenagers. The same goes for Serena and Caleb. The proportions are only
Those are
getting
probably
bigger,
like the
leading me
oldest
to believe that the protagonists are
series
getting
from Black and White, the
progressively
first
older,
one, and X and
especially
Y.
since the later generations are based outside of Japan. Maybe our trainers for Generation 7 will be 17 or 18, which will be more relatable to us older fans. Misconception number 13. Getsis tries to kill you in Pokemon Black and White 2. Upon entering the Giant Chasm's cave after bringing Kyurem to the place in which he will be his strongest, Getsis gets tired of your character messing with his plans and says, "I'll freeze you solid right here so you can watch my glorious ascent. Kyurem, glaciate."
He's trying to do like a Vegeta DBZ impression or something?
This threat was mistranslated by various sources as a threat to kill and impale the player using Kyurem's icicles. But anyways, the move Glaciate can't freeze when used in battle. At the end of it all, Getsus is still the only antagonist in the core series games to try to incapacitate the player. Misconception number 14. Pokemon height misconceptions. You think Salamence is a huge dragon? Well, at a certain dimension, he's only 4 feet 11 inches, so that's not true. You want to ride a Charizard? Well, you could if you were a child, cause he's only 5'7", the height of an average male. You think Dunsparce is tiny? He's the same size as Salamence. Yeah. Are you scared of the giant monster that is Nidoking? The problem is he's only 4 feet 7 inches. The height of a 10-year-old girl. Right. You know what you should be scared of?
I know Jay Wood's actually covered this about a year and a half.
It's bigger than all the Pokemon I just mentioned, coming in at 5 feet 11 inches, or 1.8 meters.
From head to tail.
Misconception number 15.
Yeah,
Pokemon is slowly declining in popularity. It is true that the Generation 1 and 2 games were the best-selling Pokemon games, and placed as the 20th and 22nd best-selling single video games of all time. But that was during Pokemania, where every single person bought into fads, because in the 90s, you played what everybody else played, and when they stopped playing the games that were popular, you stopped too. But nowadays, there are so many video games that you can just play whatever you want. The truth is that ever since Generation 3, each main series Pokemon game that is released sells about the same as the previous one. Although they sold less than Red, Blue, Green, Gold, and Silver, every first main series Pokemon game from Generation 1 to 5 is amongst the top 50 best-selling video games of all time. Pokemon used to be the most popular video game franchise. Now it's just a very popular video game franchise. I mean, after all, it's the second best video game franchise of all time, only behind Mario, which is totally understandable. But that's all for this video. If you want more, please make sure to press the top right video so you can watch part 1 of my Pokemon Misconceptions series. And if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook to keep up to date with what I'm doing. But for now, I'll see you guys very soon.
Oh, I like that little music scene that he put on there. Not bad. That music note was beautiful, by the way. Not bad. Okay, so overall thoughts, views, and opinions. This was it was a very informal type of video, but at the same time, it kind of wasn't. He kind of went over certain things that I already heard about in the past. See, 7 out of those 15, pretty much half of the theories I've heard of before, and like half of the misconceptions I heard in the past, either through Jay Witts or somewhere like on some not Reddit posts, but different forms of the internet that I've dug deeply into exploration before, and it was it took a long ass time. It took about maybe 3-4 months to get all my thoughts, views, and opinions on there. But as for the rest of my overall thoughts, views, and opinions, the whole thing with what's it called, with some of the Pokemon being like not under level, but like they're actually a lot more smaller than you think. But in the games and the anime series, they make them look like these ginormous leviathans of creatures that are ginormous as fuck. But in the game, it actually tells you what their height and weight are, but like they still look ginormously huge as fuck. And that whole Satoshi Jaziri thing, that one really blew my fucking mind, man. The other Satoshi Jaziri, he looked like Junichi Masuda, but like, no offense to anyone that has that body weight, because you know I'm a little overweight myself, but it is what it is. He looks very bulimic and anorexic. I mean, the dude, he really must have busted his ass a lot back in the day, before of course Junichi Masuda took over, and then the other dude, Orihime something, whatever his last name is probably going to take over when Generation 7 comes, whenever that year comes, which is probably about a year or two from now, who knows. And what else? The dog Pokemon, which are beasts that were cats, that kind of blew my mind away. And what's it called? Luxray being like based off of the Linux or Linux, or whatever you want to call that animal creature. And God, they're not out here in fucking Vegas. I would probably be dead by now, which would suck. But I know unfortunately, there's a few bobcats and coyote shits around here, so you gotta be extremely cautious if you're ever living out here, especially in a mountain edge area. Or just in the Southwest in general, Arizona, New Mexico. I'm not sure about Texas, but I'll learn whenever I move there. So, yeah, that kind of blew my mind a little bit, and I was really, really happy with that information. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Links in the description box down below, annotation on the side. Shout out once again to Mr. True Green 7. Keep doing your thing, man. You are very incredible, amazing YouTuber or Pokatuber, whatever you want to label yourself as. And that's it. Peace out once again, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters. We'll see when I see you guys. A good day, a good night, wherever you are at around the world. Don't drink smoke at the same time. Don't take that reckless. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it elected out there. And until then, that's it, guys. Peace out, ladies and guys. Stay tuned. More videos coming soon. Brand new videos on channels every single day. Guys, stay in the grind. Stay easy, stay safe, stay healthy. Be easy, be you, do you yourself. Peace out, my life sauerkraut. I don't know why I did that twice. Fuck me. And until then, that's it, guys. See you guys soon. Stay tuned for more future content. Stay tuned for more future content channels. Stay tuned for more updates. See you guys later. And yeah, I'm out of here. I'm actually going to be doing a rant pretty soon because I own you guys that if any of you guys are on my criticism guy channel. See you guys later, and I am out.